Should probably have taken these out of the box before starting this. Hey, what's up? This is Antwon here. For this video, we're taking a look at these. These are my very first pair of Jordans. The Jordan 1 Gotta Shine or All-Star, depending on which of the two names you want to call them. So these came out on the 19th of Feb, quite a recent release. They were semi-limited, they kind of hung around for a couple of minutes. Don't think you can get them anymore yet, as I say, pretty sure they sold out in a couple of minutes. But yeah, they were relatively widely available, so if you saw these before they came out, chances are you probably managed to pick a pair up if you were going for them. This pack, the Gotta Shine pack or the All-Star pack, was accompanied by two other pair of Jordans. One was 6s, can't remember what the others were, 31s maybe I think. But anyway, they all boast a very similar look. The main feature of these being that kind of iridescent colour scheme that they've got going on here. Away from bright sunlight, these are quite dark looking. They're almost pure black and white, but then in direct light, I've got the kind of studio light sort of on them right now. You can see that iridescent colour coming through, so that's mostly on the toe cap here and on the back of the shoe here as well. Kind of reminds me of if you guys have ever seen a TVR Tuscan, they stereotypically have that purple iridescent paint job. Previously, I've not really been a massive fan of that many colorways, apart from the very, very limited ones like the Chicagos, the shattered backboards. So I've not really had a chance to buy any, but these ones were a little bit more widely available, so I did manage to pick these up, and I really, really like them. These are a classic shape. As you know, if you're watching this video, you're probably very aware of what Air Jordans are, especially the Jordan 1, which is definitely the most iconic of the silhouettes. I'm going to lace these up and then do the little sneaker dance. So here are some close-ups of the Jordan 1 All-Star or Gotta Shine. As you can see, the main thing that makes these unique is that iridescent colour pattern that's featured on the toe box and around the back of the shoe and around the logo on the top as well. The iridescent panels do have a slightly different finish to the rest of the shoe. They are still leather, but they have a very slightly different texture. I guess they've been treated in some way, but nonetheless, the whole shoe is very, very nice in terms of construction. Quality is really good. Yeah, no complaints really. There are a couple of very minor inconsistencies around where the lace holes are. There's one or two little bits of extra material there, but to be honest, it's not really a massive deal. Anywhere that it counts, quality and construction are really good, and you've got to expect to have some flaws with a mass-produced shoe like the Jordan 1. You'll notice that on the lace tips of both there is that little iridescent finish, which gives a really cool little extra touch to these shoes. The other main interesting feature about this shoe is the outsole. If you take a look at that, there's this kind of translucent effect that's going on here, so you can kind of see through this clear outsole, and underneath again there's another example of that iridescent pattern, which I think looks really, really nice with the pattern of the tread. In terms of fit, I think I would compare this to something like an Air Force 1 or a Dunk. They're not small, they're not massively slim fitting. I think it's okay to take your true size, so I bought these in an 11, and yeah, they give a pretty good fit. They're not too tight, which I think is good for a shoe like this. You do want to feel like there's a little bit of room in there. There's also, of course, a lot of scope for pulling the laces a lot tighter than I currently have them here. I'd also say that they are probably more comfortable than a Dunk and an Air Force 1. These are a nice comfy shoe. This foam section here definitely does help with that. Unfortunately, I can't really comment on their sporting performance, but of course that's something that is very well documented from when these came out, so you don't really need to tell me that these are an excellent basketball shoe. So that's pretty much it from me on these. All in all, I think these are a really, really cool shoe. They're unique enough to be interesting and distinctive, while it's not too out there that they're too kind of crazy. The Jordan 1 is already a very iconic and very distinctive silhouette, and I don't think you want to mess with that too much by going for colours that are really, really wild. But at the same time, these shoes are a little bit of a staple. So I think a colourway like this, which kind of mixes it up a little bit, definitely helps make this shoe a lot more interesting. 2 thumbs up, I would definitely recommend it if you're on the lookout for a basketball shoe, for a high top shoe, but you want to make it maybe a little bit more interesting than your standard pair of Jordans, then can't recommend these enough, to be honest. The only thing I would be mildly concerned about is the price point. These were $140 when they were released. I think now you might have to pay a little bit more than that to get your hands on these, maybe $160, something like that. I don't really pay too much attention to the resale market, but as I say, I do think that these sold out relatively quickly. Apart from that, I do have to recommend these. I think in terms of look, comfort, style, all that important stuff, these are really, really good. Thanks very much for watching this quick little video about the Jordan 1 All-Stars. Please let me know if you like them as much as I do, or maybe you hate them, in which case please leave me an angry comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, do send me a like. I appreciate it a lot. It is super helpful, and there will be more videos like this coming out in the future, so do feel free to subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Hey Roman, you want to go bowling?